Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel for MyTeam on another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we are doing the challenges to get some of the packs, to get more players. I feel like this is the best thing to do, and we'll get into some online activity after as well. So we start off here with the Jason Tatum collection. All you had to do, I believe, was, if I can recall, it was either get a double-double, that might have been the second one. Or this one I think might have just been win or score 20 points or something. And we did that, which is good. It was simple enough. So yeah, we were against the Boston Celtics, of course. Managed to do that pretty smoothly. Although on high difficulty, I reckon it would have been more difficult, but at the moment it was okay. And I did go in my full strength team just because I know some of these challenges can be quite difficult from previous 2Ks. So yeah, scored 30 points as a team, so it wasn't too difficult of a challenge. You could definitely get it done in 4 quarters. I think I managed just to get it under 2, which is good. But yeah, my team's looking pretty decent right now. I'm still on the lookout to maybe buying some players or looking at collections or packs. But you know, with the market the way it is, which I believe is now decided by 2K instead of like the average player base, it's going to be a lot more difficult to find those type of deals and get those collections better. Because obviously, if 2K set everything at their price, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get prices. Excuse me for my Coke can falling over. But anyway, yeah, so it was to win the game by score 30 points even, and we managed to do that pretty simply. And later on we get on some online play with Triple Threat and Clutch Time, which also, not to spoil it, but went pretty well. So here you can see point 29. I'm using this free agent Steph Curry, and to be fair, I didn't realise he was a free agent. I thought it was just another tier of card. So when I did end up having to quick sell him or him disappearing, I was quite upset and annoyed. But he was very good, as you can imagine, as a free agent. Steph Curry definitely came in handy with the last challenge on this as well. But yeah, so we ended up getting that, as you can see, and you'll get evidence of the shot creator pack you get from it as well. So that was 1 challenge out of 3. The next one was a Chris Webber collection, which was recorded a double-double with any player. I decided to go for the point guard because it was easier to get assists rather than get rebounds and stuff. But yeah, I used my Jerry West as my player to do this, and again, it didn't take that long. I think it took maybe just over 3 quarters, maybe 3.5 quarters, which was pretty simple. And to be fair, with these offline games, if you've got something going on in the background, like a YouTube video or a podcast or something, they go pretty quickly. I find the same with domination games. I try and watch them to keep my mind eased, or just like not calm, but just like so it's not too boring. But yeah, so you can see my defense is quite awful in this game, but we did manage to get a double here anyway with Jerry West here with this pick and roll from Jack Sigma. Just needed 2 more points, and we hit it off the dribble, which is very good. Fade away jump shot, which is good, and that is what got us the win in the Chris Webber collection. As you can see in a minute, when it actually goes to the reward screen, you can see we claim it. We also got this from season reward, and that was a free agent LeBron James, which I didn't put in my team as of yet because I'll save it for something different, maybe a more difficult challenge. But I also did take a look at some of the collection rewards, and later on in the video I do buy one of them. I'm not going to tell you which one, you have to wait. But like I said, with the market the way it is and the way 2K have sort of messed it up, 140 MT for an Amethyst is crazy. Hopefully those prices go down later on in the series and in the cycle of MyTeam as well, because some of these prices are outrageous. Here's the final game that we had to do, and that was me making sure Steph Curry got all the minutes. I do have some other decent 3-point shooters on this team. Jason Tatum as well. Derek Fisher's not too bad. Rob Horry's okay. Jack Sigma's surprisingly got a C. And Jerry West is, of course, pretty decent. But I just decided to give all the minutes to Steph Curry because Steph Curry had the best threes on the team. And I actually am quite used to his jump shot as well. Whereas some other players are quite slow. But yeah, that Steph Curry was great. It's one that hopefully if he does get like a better card later down the line, that's what I want to try and get. But looking at some of the collections, man, it's definitely something that I'm going to work towards. Packs are a waste of money on any game. That's why we're going to do the challenges to try and get them for free. This, you see, it gave me the warning that Steph Curry is in the last thing of his contract, or whatever it is on 2K, a free agent card. It will expire after this game, and we went for it anyway just to try and do the challenge because it was difficult enough with any player, let alone the best player I have is an Amethyst. So getting that Steph Curry with, I think he had like 93-point shooting, was definitely good for us. And it was against the Warriors, which is his team as well. And they have a really good Amethyst Klay Thompson, which did do well against me in the first couple minutes, but we managed to get it. get it down to just managing to get the 8 3-pointers, which I think it was 8 or 9 3-pointers with Steph Curry. As you can see in the next clip, I was one away, set the screen Carlos Boozer, and ended up missing this shot, but it was the shot afterwards that we managed to get it in, even though it was near perfect release. Oh no, it was that one, so there you go. Perfect release from there, good screen by Carlos Boozer, and that was it. We scored 8 3-pointers with Stephen Curry, and that was the challenge complete. And then from there, we obviously get the reward for doing that, which is a 2K day pack, and we go and open that now. But before that, we've got one of the badge packs to open, which is the sharpshooter pack. Obviously, from a 3-point perspective, that makes sense. You just get the shoe boost and stuff, so this one wasn't really important. And the next one was the 2K Day Deluxe pack even, and that got us a emerald, and that emerald was Luis Scola from the Houston Rockets, who also has a dynamic duo with Roy Hibbert, but I don't think I'm ever going to get that Roy Hibbert, but it's fair enough. I then sent my players out on exhibitions, just a way to get a few MT in, players I'm not using. It makes sense just to get them to do something, and by the time I play the next game or log into 2K again, it will be the next day, so that works out for me perfectly as well. But yeah, I don't know if these are like properly worth it, but I think for the extra MT you get, it's only a few, don't get me wrong, but you know, you get packs and stuff, so at the end of the day, probably is worth it, but it's not going to be like dent in the bank or anything. Like, it's not going to be that it's not going to change our life that much, but yeah, just put them in to get rid of them as well. I think I did 2 or 3 in total. I didn't have enough emeralds to do this, I remember, so I left them there because everyone else was in my team at that point, so I didn't have enough to do this one. But I did the one after, which is movie night, I believe, and just send in some random gold players in there as well, ones I'm not using, so I can still use like a domination lineup or still use my main team as well. But hopefully sooner rather than later we get rid of them gold players from our actual team so we can use better players, but who knows. Obviously the players won't be available to their return, which we knew, and we just put that in. Cosplay, I didn't have enough emeralds again, so I left that one, and geo coaching was the same, I believe. So we just went out of there and we went straight into a triple threat online. It was one to do with the objectives, and another reason I just wanted to play online, because last time I played online it wasn't very good, to be honest. So I thought, you know what, we'll try and make it a bit better overall, and try and up my game a bit. That was the 3 I've used: in Jason Tatum, Jack Sigma, and Jerry West. I think it's a decent enough 3. It's my 3 best players. As you see, I did the feel best players, so those are the players I'm using. There are also decent 3-point wise, all of them. Even Jack Sigma's got like a C+, or maybe like a C, so he's pretty decent. But yeah, here I go into the game. That was his lineup, better lineup than me, but it was not enough for him to beat me though, because I actually beat him, which could be surprising to some of you. But also, Jack Sigma carried me. If you see here, after this possession of his where it goes to mine, it was a close game, to be fair. I think it ended like 18 or 19 20, or maybe 18-20, I think. So Jordan B makes this free here, and I get the ball with Jack Sigma to Jerry West coming up the court. That's like coming up the field. I'm so used to football. I just see Jack Sigma has 13.6 rebounds, 1 assist. He is just absolutely fantastic for me. He absolutely schooled Joel Embiid as well. Nice little pick and roll, which then put Jack Sigma in this position, who I had a clean jump shot, and I greened it, which was good, and that won me the game. Jack Sigma carry session, we take those. So yeah, and that was it. We got to spin the wheel as well for obviously winning the triple threat, and we ended up getting one of the not very good bonuses, like 275 MT. Really looking for that 1,500 MT if we can get it on one of the packs. We then went straight into another triple threat online game, and this was the team that the opponent had. Again, very decent team, but I think ours was better. And again, it started off, of course, with their possession, but we ended up winning this one as well. Although I was very scared about that Steph Curry he had, but he actually didn't turn out to do too much at all. And again, I think it was another Jack Sigma carry, which is good. As you can see here, score was 19-13 to us. Jerry West had 6 points, Jason Tatum had 7, and he left Jason Tatum wide open, so I thought, why not pull the 3, and that was it to win the second triple threat online match as well. So that's 2-0 for us, which is very good. I do enjoy triple threat. I feel like it's probably I'm better at that than playing, you know, the limited games, which is good. but you know, it's just practice at the end. They've got another 275 MT, so these do add up, I suppose. And I then decided to go into clutch time online for the objective as well. For win the weekend, I think it is you have to just play or complete an online game and everything. The only one I didn't do was unlimited, just because I tried it and I rage quit because I was so bad. But yes, this was the clutch time. If you're not familiar, it's sudden death overtime. There's a 4-point line as well, but you just have to win in about 5 or 4 minutes. I can't remember exactly how much it is. But yeah, this is the opponent's lineup. Very decent, but I say on paper mine is better at the moment. And it proved to be better in game as well, because we also won this. We are unbeaten for the last 3 or so online games. I can't remember if this was Jack Sigma carry or not, but you know, we move anyway. It was, as you can see, 14-19, and we managed to win quite comfortably. It was a very good game actually. The guy wasn't too bad. But yeah, it was a good game, good win to make it another win online, which is very good for me, getting that practice in. And we got to open the vault, which unfortunately, well, I guess I said we got to open the vault. We got a chance to open the vault, but apparently it did not let us open it. It was about to open and then, you know, slam shut. So we didn't actually get any rewards, which was quite annoying. I then took a look at this player market. I looked at the collection rewards. Obviously, I'm a Bulls fan, so I was really looking at that Vucevic, and I thought, you know what, I might do it. The players aren't so expensive because our best players are Emerald. You could do purchase all with VC, but I didn't want to do that. I've already got some players connected already from picking the Chicago base sort of starter pack. And this guy was only 1,000 MT, Carlick Jones, so I thought, you know what, I might as well do it. And I'm also looking at this Utah Jazz, Lauri Markkanen, because Lauri Markkanen is one of my favourite players. He's one of my favourite players that was on the Bulls. I've got 2 jerseys of him, one that's actually signed by him, which is pretty cool as well. But yeah, until he left. But he's killing it in Utah, so fair enough to Lauri Markkanen. Again, like one of my favourite players to watch at the moment, and one of my favourite players since I've started watching basketball. To be fair, I've always known he'd be very good, and he's proved everyone, I guess, on the Bulls wrong for letting him walk. And I really wish we didn't, but you know, maybe he had to take that risk to become a better player. Again, we went into a triple threat online game as well, just in as the last sort of game of the episode. Thought, you know what, might as well. This is the opponent's lineup. He's got very good card in John Stockton, I think that was. But again, I think my team was better, and it proved to be better. As you can see, 2015, we won the game. Jack Sigma carry, 9 points. Again, man, just a very good player, man. Very underrated, I think, on this game. I've not really seen a lot of people using him, to be fair. Jerry West is okay, and Tatum's just, you know, Jackson Tatum is pretty reliable from the 3-point line. As you can see, Jack Sigma on the ball here to Jerry West. Back to Sigma to finish it. Another Sigma carry and another win. And that gave us another win online, which meant we will finish this episode unbeaten. I didn't play any more games than that. Got to spin the wheel, and we got 275 MT for the 3rd time in a row. That is the end of this video. I've been Fonseca2K, and if you have enjoyed, please subscribe. If you're enjoying the series, let me know. If you think I can do anything better, also let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and peace.